Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Essential Oils Made Easy tonight. And this is something that is really near and dear to me because this is pretty much the first kit or 10 oils that we're going to be talking about, the top 10 oils. And it used to be called the Family Physician Kit. And if you want to mute yourself, Trina, that would be good. And then that would be great. Perfect. So it's 10 essential oils that we're going to be talking about. And really, if everyone had these 10 oils and knew how to use them, I think there would be a lot of health support and uh, health illness prevention. So that's what we're going to get into and talk about today. And I am super excited to share with you. And I have there we go. Okay, so we want to make this really simple. So what we're going to talk about tonight is empowering you to take care of your health naturally. And we're going to talk about 3 cool things about essential oils and 3 ways to use them and how to get them into your home. So first of all, it's really important that we use the very best oils that we can find, and that I would recommend is, of course, doTERRA. And I've used them for over 12 years, and I know that they are safe, they are effective, and they're also affordable, and you'll see that as we go along. So first of all, essential oils are plants. It's the essence of the plant that is an extract, and they give us amazing health benefits because they have no side effects. They're natural, and they actually get to the cause of what's happening to us. So I'm going to go into these individually. You'll see these little points here that the A is for aromatic. That means just smelling it like on your hand or in a diffuser. There's topical, and there's also internal. And I'm going to go into each one of these as we go along. So as far as being effective, they are more effective than the modern approaches to health problems because they actually are fat soluble or lipophilic, and they go into the cell. So it's outside the cell. This is a bacteria. And inside the cell, there might be another type of threat, such as a virus. And the essential oil can enter the cell and help to inhibit the growth of a virus. And then they are also pennies per dose. You can save hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs because you are addressing an illness before it gets started, or you're getting to the root cause. And I'm going to show you actually, I have this rigged so that you can see how much they are per drop. So the 3 ways that I mentioned earlier that you use them is aromatically, and there's a little diffuser up there, and topically. You can, good place to start using an essential oils on the bottom of your feet, and you have to kind of learn which ones to dilute. If it says N, then that means neat, and there probably wouldn't be skin sensitivities. But I actually like to use an essential oil or a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil like this because it helps it absorb in the skin. So then we have several that are soft gels that you can take, or you can make your own with veggie caps. I also take some of them under my tongue, and I'll share with you which ones those are. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one. And you mentioned that you use this Trina, and it is aromatical, topical, neat, and it is also internal. It's sourced from Italy, and it's about 4 cents a drop. So you really don't need very much. This is a very cleansing oil, And you can also make a spray and clean surfaces with it if you add it to a spray bottle. It really helps also with the digestive system, and it's really good also for little ones for respiratory function. So I might take a couple drops of lemon, and the way to experience a smell right off is just to take a drop, put it here like this, and inhale it. And it's just like so fresh. This is a great one to diffuse or to put like a couple drops in your water even. Now, not all essential oils can you take internally, but doTERRA has a it's called a supplemental fact on the back, and that you would be able to take internally when it has supplemental facts. And you kind of learn, and that's why we start with these basic 10, because you just kind of, go out from there. But lemon is one of the first ones. It also helps a positive mood change, and it helps to detox your body. I might ask you just to unmute yourself for a minute if you want, Trina. What have you used your lemon for? You said that you like to use lemon.
I put it on my hands and smell it.
Okay.
And you tell me about the water, so I started doing the water too.
Okay, great.
I put it in my water bottles at work.
Okay, great. Okay, then the next one that you said that you like to use is lavender. And
yes, ma'am.
This is great to tell me what you use it for.
I use it mainly on my wrist at bedtime.
Okay.
For like relaxation.
Okay. I like to take this. See, I have it right here. And these are all single oils. So we're going to talk about 6 single oils and about 4 blends that are in this this kind of starter kit. But if you take it, you can just put it all over your ears or the back of your neck. And then pulse points is a really good place to put essential oils. And that would be in front of your ears and back of your ears, on your jugulars here, on your wrists. You could take and spray it like on your pillow. I've put an essential oil like on a Kleenex and then just held it by my nose, to kind of get that. And then I also really like to use a diffuser. But this is also really good for burns. And that's how it was discovered. A French scientist had a burn, and he thought it was water in a vat, but it was actually lavender, and he put his hand in there, and it's really, really great to calm burns. I have put a couple drops in my mascara, so that's another way to use it. I mean, the different ways to use it are so amazing. On the bottom of your feet, I think is a great place. And then just inhaling in your hands. You can also just put it on a cotton ball and then put it in your pillow and smell that. So doTERRA's essential oil, the lavender, has also been rated pharmaceutical grade. And so they have such a record of having pure essential oil that they have had it rated pharmaceutical grade. So I think that's pretty amazing. It's sourced from Bulgaria, and that's probably one of the countries where it is originally grown. And doTERRA also has a distillery right there, and you can see per drop it's about 9 cents. Now, if you'll notice, these bottles are 15 ml bottles, and they have about 250 drops in them. So this will last you a good while. If you were getting, there's also a smaller set that you can get, and this is a 5 ml bottle, and it has 80 drops. So those are the 2 sizes that they come in. If I'm sunburned, I will take like a spray bottle, and I'll put maybe 10 drops of lavender in it and 1 or 2 drops of peppermint, and you can spray that on your skin to help you cool off and calm your sunburn. So it's really good for that too. And you can actually take lavender, lemon, and peppermint and make a gel. Take a veggie cap and take it for seasonal allergies. That's another one. So you can take the lavender internally. And then the last one, and actually this is the one that the company went out to find the most pure peppermint that they could find. And peppermint is a real powerhouse. So actually, after you get a wholesale account and when you renew, it's $25. And they give you a free bottle of peppermint, which is about $22. So it's always good to have peppermint on hand. I like to take this, put a drop in my water, and drink it if my stomach is upset, or just to kind of refresh myself. If you take a drop in your hand like this and inhale it, it kind of wakes you up. Another way that I use this is for respiratory. And I mean, you can breathe it in your nostrils, but I also make a little funnel with my hand if I want to get it in my chest. And it goes right down in there. And it's amazing. You can also do kind of a healing with steam. So I would take a hot bowl of water or tea, just, hot water, and I put a drop in there, and I put maybe a dish towel over my head, and I would inhale it. And that's another way to get it in there. So it's also really good for sore muscles. And if you had a headache, you could put it there. If you want to stay alert, if you're taking a test or you're really tired at work, you can use it, like on the back of your neck. If you have a fever, it's really good to put on the bottom of your feet, and it will help to cool the body. Can you think of any other ways, Sunshine? It's really good for sore muscles. I know my husband gets Charlie horses at night, and boy, it's like go to the peppermint and you get that peppermint on there, and it will really help to calm those muscles. It actually is, one drop is equal to 28 cups of tea. So it's very powerful that way. Oh, another way is you can put a drop on the shower in the morning, just on the bottom of the floor of the shower, and it'll like wake you up. So, right, Sunshine, have you tried that one?
Yeah. I haven't tried that one, but that leads me to maybe 2 other ways. You can, I don't know if you mentioned putting it in water. I think you did that already. Oh yeah, you did. It's right here. Never mind. But another one is, might be kind of funny, but after you use the restroom, you can put a drop in the toilet and it'll make it smell better.
Great.
Bathroom,
So these are probably the first 3 essential oils: the lavender, lemon, and peppermint. And I know there's like a sheet of information that tells like 100 ways to use lavender, lemon, and peppermint. So they are like a staple. They're just like amazing. And it comes from Washington. So it's about 8 cents a drop. Okay, so the next powerhouse is frankincense. And it is an amazing essential oil because basically I always say it tells every cell in your body to do its job. So I've used this for coughing. I take a couple drops under my tongue daily. You can also, it helps with emotions. So it's very calming and gives you feelings of connection. So it's known to help with grief. It's also really good for your skin. So you could put a drop in your moisturizer for glowing skin, and then just the healthy cellular function and also inflammation. But if you take, I have like a reference book, and there is like a long list of all the things that frankincense is for. It's also helps with cancer tumors, You can use it again topically, internally. You can diffuse it. I have put it on my chest before to help with a cough. And it actually, doTERRA gets #1 grade, and it's a resin that comes from a tree, and it's sourced from Northeast Africa and Arabia. And I've actually met the 4 farmers that do this. I have a picture with myself and them. So it's just a labor of love to have this essential oil. And this is one that is easily adulterated. And we had a professor come and talk to us once, and he said that you can adulterate it with turpentine. And that would be something that, and then you can't even tell scientifically if it's been adulterated. So that would be one that I would definitely want to trust the source on that. So as far as purity, it's so important to have a good grade of essential oil. If you just buy something from, the health food store or Walmart or something, you're not going to get the same grade. You would get what's out there that would be called synthetic, and they have fillers in them, and they're not going to do the same job for you. Okay, so the next one is tea tree, and it is very good for, it's antibacterial. In fact, they're all pretty much antibacterial, but this really helps the immune and respiratory system. It's also in another blend that we have. It's really great for purifying your skin. So you can add a drop to your lotion or cleanser. It's great to use on your scalp and to cleanse your hair. It's a powerful surface cleaner, an air cleaner. Yeah, and like I mentioned, cleanses hair of bugs. So you put 2 drops in your shampoo. So that would be one of those little mites that every once in a while the kids come home from school and everybody freaks out. That's what it's good for. But it's an amazing one. It's from Australia. So doTERRA sources these oils all over the world. But it's a basic one. Okay, then there is oregano. And you can take oregano internally. Oregano, you need to know, is a hot oil. So you need to dilute it or just be careful, but it has so many different uses. And I'm going to skip to the bottom because it really does take off skin tags that you don't want, but you just have to use a Q-tip and just, consistently put that on your skin. So the first time I used this, it was on the bottom of my feet, and I was starting to get sick, and I'm glad that I started with the bottom of my feet, but I thought, well, if 1 drop is good, 10's better, and I put about 10 on each foot, and I felt like, or I smelled like pizza. My feet were so hot, I think it burned everything out of me because it's also for fungus and bacteria, but I did not get sick, and I've had to make friends with it again. But I actually did an oregano cleanse where I put 2 drops in a veggie cap and then filled it up with the fractionated coconut oil. And I took that, and it's really, really good for candida and to cleanse your gut. It's a priceless oil. It's very powerful. I do also take and put a drop. It's hard to get 1 drop to come out. Usually they come in 2s, but 1 drop, I fill a little shot glass with water. If I'm starting to get a sore throat or I want to clear my throat, I might put a drop of oregano and then another one that I'm going to talk about in just a minute, and lemon. So you just have to remember with oils, a little bit often. So I'd say if you're going after something that's chronic, I would do it every couple hours, every 2 to 3 hours. So if I'm starting to get sick, I might gargle and swallow this, but I would do it like 5 or 6 times in a row. And by then I'm usually cleared up. So it really supports the immune system. You can also use olive oil as a carrier oil. And if you ever get an oil somewhere where you don't want it, you don't use water because that intensifies it, because water and oil don't mix. You use another oil and that will dilute it. So remember that one. And it comes from Turkey. Okay, this is the other one that I was going to talk to you about. It's actually one of the most popular blends. It's about 14 cents a drop, and a blend means that it has several different oils in it. And this has the wild orange, clove, and cinnamon, which is your highest antioxidant, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So anyway, this is great to use as a mouthwash, as a daily protection. And you can, some people just put it under their tongue. I have done that before. I do use, there's a mouthwash, but if I don't have the mouthwash, I might just put a little bit in a shot glass or on my toothbrush. And you can use it on the bottom of your feet. But it's great for daily immune protection. It's really good to diffuse. So if you have a bunch of people come over and somebody's kind of sick and you don't want to get sick, or you want to clear the air, you just diffuse a few drops of On Guard. But this is such a friendly oil. You can take some water, put a couple drops, and cut up some apples and put apples in them, and they taste really good because it has the cinnamon and the clove and the wild orange. You can also make like a cleansing spray bottle and spray your surface, and that totally cleanses it. And yeah, I talked about cleansing the air. We have a whole line of On Guard products. So I love the toothpaste. There's a foaming hand wash that is great. Also the throat drops. They have one that has On Guard in them. Another one that I really, really like is the beadlets, because these I just keep in my purse, and they're teeny weeny. They're like a third of a drop. I mean, you can barely, I don't even think you can see that. There it is. But you just put one of these in your mouth, and you can, let it dissolve, or you can bite it. But if I'm sitting next to someone that's coughing, or on the plane or at church, I just put one in my mouth, and I might put a couple, and it also helps your breath. And then I feel like I have more protection, because all those germs go in respiratory. That's pretty much what happens. There's even a laundry detergent and an inexpensive concentrated cleaner. Oh, and then I really like the hand spray. They also just came out with a gel, but they're just so easy to use. I like this a lot better than a lot of the hand cleaners out there, because you can just spray it, and it has an apple pectin in it that isn't drying and doesn't smell overpoweringly like alcohol. So it's really great. Okay, then our next blend is Breathe. And I live in the desert. It's a given. I put Breathe in a diffuser at night. I have the Dawn diffuser that's kind of a humidifier, but it is made up with those things that help respiratory. So say a person is allergic to albuterol, this would be really good to have to have on hand and to use this. There's also a couple others that you can use if they're spasmodic, like it starts with an M, I'll think of it. Anyway, it has laurel leaf in it, eucalyptus, peppermint. Again, remember that was for respiratory, and lemon, that was for respiratory. Then there's also Ravensara and cardamom. So it's a real gentle blend. I feel like I can just touch the top of the bottle and even just go like that. And this is one that you don't take internally, but you can put it on your chest. There's a little stick that you can get that they just redid, and it's really nice because you can just put it like on your lymph nodes and on your chest. It's great for adults or kids, and it's in a stick form. Um, but over your throat, the bridge of your nose to calm snoring, and then also to just breathe. You know, if you wanted to get it in your chest, you could do like my little pipe here and get it in your chest. Um, but you know, you have to remember to take the lid off. That's probably the hardest part here, is just have it where you use it. I keep Breathe by the side of my bed. I keep Lemon in my kitchen. But it's great for clearing and respiratory. It gives you great support. Okay, then the next one is more for the digestion, and it's a blend again. And see, the peppermint's in there, cardamom, caraway, fennel. It with the fennel and anise, it tastes like licorice. So there is a soft gel form if you don't like licorice. If you do like licorice, I'd say put a couple drops under your tongue. You know, it has ginger in it. It's amazing. But you can put it, just massage it on the top of your tummy. And I would add a little bit of coconut oil with that. I have heard where people put it along the sides of your nose like this to soothe your sinuses. And then you can also just inhale for queasiness. I've sat next to somebody on an airplane that was about to lose it, and I had some peppermint and I just put it under their nose, and I mean, it just totally stopped, you know, helped them to calm their nausea. But you could do the same with Digestin, and it's also good for stomach cramps. So it's a really great blend. So okay, so this one, Deep Blue, is a topical oil. It also comes in a lotion and a capsule, and also a stick that they have made. So just 2 drops with the carrier oil to soothe muscles. And I would say before you exercise and after, but this gets down to the bone. So it's for bruises, for healing. It has the helichrysum in it, lang lang, peppermint. It has a white camphor. If you were to go buy Icy Hot, it has a brown camphor. So the grade of the oils, oh, there's the stick that Sunshine has. So it's a really nice way to apply it. And it also has one that's good for nerves and skin called Copaiba that's in that. And Wintergreen is an amazing essential oil if you get migraines. Using a little bit of wintergreen right back here behind your ears and neck will kind of push off a migraine. And then it has the blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. So it actually has a little bit of a blue color. And this one comes in a 5 ml bottle. And then, of course, you have the lotion. So if you look at the lotion bottle here, it has a whole bottle of the Deep Blue in the lotion container there. So it's a good way to use it, but it's good for muscle cramps. You can put it on your neck and temples for head tension, and it's great for bruises and sprains, like I mentioned. So anyway, then this is a polyphenol that is anti-inflammatory that you can take internally. It's more of an herbal form, but it's a really, really powerful one. So that's the way that you would take it internally, is with that. Okay. Okay, so I got the 4 blends. And lastly, I have to say that one of the reasons that I started with doTERRA is that I was on an antidepressant and I wanted to get off. And I knew that omegas were really important, and I wanted a really good omega. And this is 3 bottles that they have here, and this is actually doTERRA's #1 product. They're micronutrients. They're a whole food vitamin. So it's like a whole grocery cart of food. So, but the alpha CRS helps on a cellular level. The Microplex VMZ is like a multiple vitamin and food nutrient. And then the XE Omega has 9 essential anti-inflammatory oils in them. So really, when I teach and talk to people, I like to start them with this because it does so many different things. If you have any kind of condition, I mean, it's for cardiovascular health, inflammatory response, and immediately I notice more energy and less pain. But I have stayed more healthy in the past 12 years, I know, than I could have. And I just take these daily. They're something that I'm really hooked on, but they are very, very effective. Okay, so what I want to ask you is, what are your top health goals or your top health concerns? And if we can help you in any way to do that, I'd like to maybe take a few minutes. Let me just finish up, and I'll stop the recording, and then we can be a little bit more personal and answer any questions that you want to. But if you'll be thinking about that, what are your top health goals or something that you could do without in your life? You know, it might be asthma, it might be migraines, might be high blood pressure. You know, there's all kinds of different areas that we can improve on. Might be respiratory. So be thinking of that for a minute, and I'll just finish up because I promised to tell you the easiest way, the best way to purchase the essential oils. And one is retail, which is the most expensive. And truthfully, I don't want anyone to pay retail. I'd rather have them get it the same price I do, which is 25% below retail. And you know, it's a wholesale membership that it's a $35 fee, but that's included if you purchase a kit. And then there's the renewal, like I mentioned, that where you get a free bottle of peppermint. But that's the best way to do it. And then there is a way that you can earn free product points when you order regularly, and you could get up to another 30% in free product points. So that's pretty much the simplest way. I did want to share this. This is a limited time only. In fact, I don't even know if it's still available. I checked earlier today, but they have what's called a BOGO box. So you get twice as much for what you're paying. And in this particular one, you save, I think it's $117.50, and it's $140, and you receive these 10 essential oils. And there's a couple that we've talked about. There's the Deep Blue, the Breathe, the On Guard, and the Deep Blue Stick. And then we'll teach you how to use the other ones and what they're for. But this is a pretty, like, you'd have to do it like maybe tonight and maybe the latest tomorrow. Tonight, preferably, I would say. And it includes the $35 membership. It includes shipping. So you just pay tax, and that's $140, and that's absolutely a really good value. But there are other options. This is kind of, you know, going all out, and gives you the Natural Solutions Kit, which gives you a diffuser and the vitamins and oils and a box and shampoo. But it kind of is like, wow, you know, all these things are available, and it's a great way to start. These are the 15 ml bottles, and these are most of the ones that we've talked about with a diffuser. And let's see, the price on that is $249. And then there is this one that is less. It is $160, and these are all the 5 ml bottles, so they have 80 drops. And that's 10 oils with a diffuser. So you can see that the BOGO box is really a good value, but this is a way to get a diffuser. And then there's the Healthy Habits Kit, which I advocate a lot because you get 5 oils, you get a probiotic, the Deep Blue, an enzyme, and the Lifelong Vitality Whole Food Vitamins, and that's $195. You can also create your own for, I think it's $150. and we can help you do that, or however you want to start. This is a Simple Solutions, which is also a pretty good price. It's $105, and it has the lemon, On Guard, and Serenity is a blend that has lavender in it, and then you get the deep blue. So I think that is about all that I wanted to share about that. Let me make sure. doTERRA is an amazing company. This is a little bit about the company. And then if you're interested in just using for yourself, which is the best way that I suggest starting, if you want to share like we're doing now, that's totally a possibility. And then if you want to earn income and get paid back for sharing with other people, there is also that option. And we have a program for that that comes with it when you do a wholesale account. So anyway, I think I'll probably stop there, and I'll go ahead and stop the recording, and then if you have any questions, we'll answer that. I know that anyway, appreciate you being on. Stick around because we're gonna let you ask some questions. But thanks for your attention tonight, and hopefully we can help you get started, and it'll be really a really good investment.